We have Vanderbilt going to Columbia, South Carolina, 7:45 Saturday night on the SEC network. Vanderbilt and what they did last year was a pretty big deal for them. They beat Alabama. They almost beat Texas. That was interesting. Everything that Diego Pavia has done since he's been there has been really interesting. It's been entertaining, especially since I'm not a Vanderbilt fan. It's fun to watch. If you love college football, you love watching stories like these. And they're going into a South Carolina stadium that features one of the most physical quarterbacks in all of college football. Physical, and what I meant to say there was physical running quarterbacks in college football. They have one of the fastest players in college football playing for them, Nick Harbor. The guy's huge. He's 6'5". But there are questions on both sides of the football. Now, let me tell you this. If you're sitting there going, hold on, this South Carolina team, I was told in the preseason that this South Carolina team was going to make a run to the college football playoff. And Sellers is very talented. Dylan Stewart, the incredible defensive player for South Carolina. He already has 2 sacks on the season. This guy is unbelievable. We're not taking away from him whatsoever. But this team lost a lot of experienced talent on the defensive side of the football. And it's a who's who of last year's South Carolina football team. And a lot of Gamecocks would just say, I'm being a Clemson Tiger. Sure, maybe. But I can read a roster. I can read a roster and realize that you lost a lot of guys that were like big-time problems to other teams, including my Clemson team. And I even throw up a little bit in my mouth bringing that up. But what does Vegas think? Well, South Carolina's only a 5.5-point favorite in Columbia over a Vanderbilt team that still last year for Vanderbilt, it was a really good season. But, I mean, it wasn't like they were 10-2 and made it to the college football playoff. Vegas is acknowledging the questions in the defense. I mean, think about this. Vanderbilt just played the team that South Carolina just played. They played Virginia Tech. Now, I'm going to pause here and I'm going to call myself out before I even go here. It's very dangerous to start saying because we beat this team by more points than you, that means we'll beat you by X amount of points. It's a very dangerous game. It is just something to lightly consider, just to chill out for a moment and, not get too red-faced and have a heart attack over. Vanderbilt just beat Virginia Tech 44-20. Okay? Virginia Tech actually played quite well with South Carolina. In the very first game of the year, South Carolina beat that same Virginia Tech team 24-11. Virginia Tech actually threw the ball on them. Now it's these two teams head-to-head. Again, you have to be careful, Sam, because y'all only beat that team by this amount of points. We played the same team, beat them by more. That means we're going to beat you. That can be a very dangerous game. It's just something to consider. South Carolina at home is only a 5.5-point favorite. If this game were in Nashville, would Vanderbilt be favored? And before you say no because you love your Gamecocks, you're only a 5.5-point favorite at home. It doesn't make sense. Vanderbilt can be a problem, but I see Lenoris Sellers running the ball nonstop. In fact, what I would do is try to shut down the run and make him pass. We will see. And if you try to play anywhere in between, he will hit Nick Harbor on a long pass. He will body up the DB, or he'll probably win that at 6'5" and Olympic speed. The way that Vanderbilt could win this game is to try to take the run away from Sellers and actually be mostly successful. That would be how they win. As much as I hate to do this as a Clemson fan, I do see South Carolina winning this game over Vanderbilt at home at night, but it is not out of the realm of possibility of Vandy winning this game. It's really a toss-up, but I'll go Gamecocks because, well, it's at home.